have you consulted any FGM survivors on your new policy?
We actually, not for this time around, but we did for the 2015 manifesto, and seeing as how we're just basically moving on from that, then yeah.
But this new policy you haven't. I would have thought that was pretty elementary for such a policy, that you would actually get the backing of FGM survivors for this policy.
Well, why? I mean, just because somebody does or doesn't back a policy,
pretty bleeding obvious, I would say.
Well, I think, the fact that what's obvious, Ian, to me, is that in France this policy is working, and prosecutions. There have been hundreds of prosecutions in France. We have not had a single prosecution.
As you know, France's policies have been widely criticised for doing the opposite of aiding integration. We have much better integration in this country than France without these kinds of policies.
It is working in France, Ian.
Really?
Cases of FGM are being uncovered and prosecuted in France. The UK has a shameful record on this. When I first started campaigning against FGM in the early 1990s, there were maybe a couple of hundred women in this country who were at risk and suffering. Now we are talking about hundreds of thousands. The situation has not got better. It has gone far worse. Now, you can continue to turn a blind eye to it. We continue to appease certain communities instead of actually saying, no, your practices are wrong. But I'm sorry, I'm not going to be in that level.
So are you pitching yourself as the new Marine Le Pen?
No, absolutely not.
Well, these are policies that she loves.
No, that's just because even a broken clock can be right twice a day, Ian. We certainly would not want to go down the route that she's going down in trying to. But
you would support her over Emmanuel Macron, would you? Would you?
I wouldn't support either. Frankly, it's none of my business. It's up to what the French people decide. So don't try and bracket me with Le Pen. You know very well that UKIP has always refused.
I'm just asking for your opinion. Who you would rather back?
I wouldn't back either, frankly. I think they both have their faults. But
yes, but all politicians have their faults.
This is the problem with the way this debate is phrased. It's the same with immigration. You actually speak out about something that is a serious concern to people. People try and shut you down by trying to compare you to extremists. I am not an extremist.
Well,
I have worked with women.
I'm sorry, Suzanne. If your party comes out with a policy that could have come from the National Front playbook in France, then yes, you are going to get compared to Marine Le Pen.
To be honest, in any policy that any party comes out with could be compared to extremists somewhere. You could compare almost all of Jeremy Corbyn's current policies to extremists in communist countries around the world. But it's funny how people don't do that, isn't it?
Well, I think you'll find that many people actually do that. I don't think Jeremy Corbyn has escaped from the extremist label. We've had the Communist Party endorsing him today. So I think the media are quite straight down the line on these things. What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
To stop oppression.
Police burn in hell. British police burn in hell.
Yeah, because
no real Muslim wants anyone to burn in hell.
Yeah, but for what they've done, for the consequences.
You can't pick and choose. You can't pick and choose. You can't.
You either believe or you disbelieve.
You know
you
what?
choose to wear this, I choose to wear that.
You and I will have
to. You look naked on the street.
Do I look naked? Do I really? I don't look naked.
Who are you trying to seduce?
No one's trying to seduce me, and I'm not trying to seduce anyone. You shouldn't judge me how I try not to judge you. You are. You've just said who am I trying to seduce? No one.
I said I am doing.
Well, I don't judge you because I'm above that.